guy Steve is making a suggestion that after Gervin Hall moves on, that the number 26 become a legacy number, much like they have at Ole Miss with Chucky Mullins, number 38, where the player who best emulates and lives up to that legacy of Sean Taylor would receive that number each and every year.
I mean, you could do that, but then welcome to opening Pandora's box. Look at all of the guys who have worn the number 44. Look at the guys who have worn 52. Look at the guys who have worn 21. Look at the guy, look at the guys who have worn any number. And then you're going to start to say, okay, well, who best encapsulates the 76 of Warren Sapp or Russell Maryland or the 78 of Brian McKinney or the 11 of Ken Dorsey. And it's just,
there's a big distinction there made obviously with Sean Taylor. It's honoring his life as well.
Right. Yeah. And I get that, but Jerome Brown unfortunately passed away and he's number 98. So why are we looking at 90 or 26 and not 98? You know what I mean? Like I hear you. Look, Al Blades Sr., number 7. You know what I mean? Like we can go there, unfortunately, because life happens. And unfortunately, bad things happen to good people. And I just rattled off 3 additional names off the top of my head whose lives were cut short and we could do, honor their legacy in a similar kind of a way. But yeah, it's just, you could do that. I'm not saying that that's wrong. But then it's, why him and not him? Why him and not him? Why not, whoever? And, being one of the powerhouse programs, in the history of college football and having such legendary players who have worn a wide variety of numbers, then you kind of start picking nits, as it were. So I don't necessarily know if that's the way to go. I would say maybe just in the Ring of Honor with all those guys who are up there, do something for Sean Taylor and everybody else, who was, a first team All-American and deserves or, meets the qualifications therefore. But I just don't see, and usually at Miami, guys don't change numbers like that. You know what I mean? Like Frank Gore changed his number from 32 to 3, but that was after 2 ACL tears and 4 years in that he did that for just kind of a fresh start. But yeah, guys at Miami usually don't change numbers as much as they do at other schools where, they like Odell Beckham Jr. had to be in the 80s before number 3 came open for him, which was a thing that he wanted to do, obviously, but he wasn't able to get it early. Most guys, most of our receivers, they have single digit numbers if they want them. Most guys, they get that number that they want. So the swapping isn't usually a thing, at least at Miami, that I can remember. So that is a thing that you could do to honor Sean Taylor, to make 26 a legacy tradition number that's passed down from generation to generation. It's like the number 1 wide receiver jersey at Michigan. I understand. I get it. I do. I don't necessarily know if for Miami that is the best role to take, but I see where you're coming from in making that point.